We can undo and reverse a lot of things, but one thing we can't reverse is blockchain. Welcome to Future Now Talks, Kamran. What do you think about that?
Absolutely. Thank you very much for this privilege, Alia. And this is one of the fundamentals of blockchain. You just cannot go back and reverse it. This is the magic of mathematics that we all talk about, which is called cryptography. The other two enabling elements of blockchain are primarily the ledger, which is 300 BC old mechanism that we all have been using. And the third aspect is the computer networking, which is all about communication, collaboration, and connectedness. So if you combine all these three together, you come up with the basic fundamentals of blockchain. The logical output of these three ingredients together is primarily traceability and transparency. And traceability and transparency would lead to enhanced trust. And I believe that this is what we all need as we all are evolving our digital infrastructure into the next level. We need the new trust protocol, and blockchain is addressing most of the clicks here.
So it's good to know in theory how blockchain works, but what about real life? What's happening in the market, specifically in UAE?
Yeah, it's a good question again. I think the concept of blockchain, right from the theory and all those research papers have been evolved, came outside from labs and start impact our lives here. We don't need to go far. UAE government, especially Dubai government, has a couple of deployments there. Their settlement and reconciliation system is all based upon blockchain, which talks about the reconciliation and settlement within the Dubai government entities. Port operators of Dubai has started tracking its containers as part of its cargo delivery, so that they can get a real-time visibility across the board, which is a benefit for all the stakeholders in the ecosystem. One of the world-renowned hypermarket chains, which is run by one of the leading UAE conglomerates, they have started 3 weeks ago, started tracking the fresh food. So as a consumer, you go and scan a QR code and you come to know that this is the track, this is the journey that this specific piece of SKU has taken. And this is specifically applicable for COVID-19 situations because we all have become so health and safety conscious. So I mean, these are the real world deployments which depicts the practicality of the deployment of blockchain addressing various use cases. In Etisalat, we have been first of all practicing what we have been preaching for in terms of designing and deploying, integrating and providing managed services across blockchain deployments. Internally, our loyalty program, Smiles, is entirely based upon blockchain providing benefits to the consumers, again in terms of settlement and reconciliation, and gelling well with the other equivalent loyalty programs. Our HR system has recently deployed the employment letter system across blockchain. As an employee, I can generate my own salary certificate, which is authenticated one, and I can present it to any of those government authorities, and they can verify it, by just clicking a few buttons there. So this is all digital. This is all providing trust as a trust protocol that we have talked about in our first question there. Last but not the least, the most important thing that we are doing, which is really adding value to the financial system, is UTC, UAE Trade Connect. It's a co-created system based upon blockchain along with the 8 banks. And the intent is to address the age-old problem of the fraud in SME financing. So these are the few typical examples of the practical deployment of blockchain.
Interesting. It's good to see how blockchain is being implemented. But if we see the other side of challenges and limitations, what are we facing in that side?
Coming any of those new technologies come a set of challenges. We have seen that probably 10 years ago in terms of cloud deployment. And I think blockchain is also coming up with all these sorts of addressable challenges, I would say that, which is I would say, a teething problem right now. So challenges around the clarity in terms of regulations, because now we have started deploying it in heavily regulated industry verticals like finance, for example. The other aspects is education and awareness, because more and more organizations, there is a need to build awareness so that people can start first of all, understanding their own business use cases, which can be easily deployed on blockchain. A paucity of skills, shortage of all those resources. And last but not the least, I think there is a need to develop a common understanding and common language across the board internationally, which should come into, in the form of a standardization of blockchain, whether it is design or deployment or management.
So now, if I ask you something on the future, away from blockchain.
Okay.
On a personal level,
all right.
If there is one thing you can preserve and keep with you to the future, what would it be?
I think one of the positive aspects that COVID-19, as a blessing in disguise, has brought to us is it has made our planet Earth greener. Because we are not moving, there's no travel, there are a lot less carbon dioxide emissions. So I think the green element of the planet Earth has gone really high. Some of the studies suggested that there has been a 25% reduction in carbon dioxide footprint across some of the most populous cities in the world, saving lives of thousands of children and elderly people. So I want to freeze that. I want to freeze the existing state of affairs of the greener side of our planet and trying to port it to the future. So, because once, inshallah, we'll come back to the normal, we will try to, again, forgetting these sides of our lives. So absolutely important as I see it, to freeze it and to port it to the future.
Very inspiring. And now if I ask you the other way around, so there is something in the future and you can bring now, what would it be?
Yeah, so I think the crystal ball, from my perspective, is that in future, the entire mankind, all the countries will spend a heavy investments and amount of efforts towards the healthcare conditions. So probably fast forward 2 to 3 years, I can see a lot of advancement in healthcare conditions. And this is what I want to bring now. Port it back to our present, because we all need that. We all need to come out of this pandemic saving lives. So this is what I want to bring in from the future.
Thank you, Kamran, for joining me on Future Now Talks. At Future Now, we bring the latest technologies and solutions by collaborating with scale-ups, IoT developers, and customers. And that's what the Future Now Talks are all about. So stay tuned.